How much do you need to invest in real estate in Ethiopia? Hello and welcome to today's video. If you've ever wondered about real estate investment opportunities in Africa, you've landed in the right place. Specifically, we're zooming in on Ethiopia, a country that's not only rich in history and culture, but also booming in its real estate market. Today, we're answering the big question: how much money do you really need to buy stock in Ethiopian real estate? Whether you're dreaming of owning a slice of Addis Ababa, or developing land in the countryside, I'll guide you through the numbers, the opportunities, and some insider tips to get started. Let's dive in. First things first. Why Ethiopia? Well, Ethiopia is Africa's second most populous nation, with over 120 million people and a fast-growing economy. Urbanization is at full throttle, especially in the capital, Addis Ababa. Think about it. More people moving to cities means more demand for housing, office spaces, and commercial properties. That's where you come in as an investor. But here's something unique. In Ethiopia, most land isn't privately owned. It's leased from the government. This leasing system makes things a bit different, but don't worry, we'll break it all down.
Ethiopia's unique land leasing system can be a bit tricky to navigate at first, but it offers some interesting advantages for investors. Because the land is leased, you often face lower upfront costs compared to outright ownership. Plus, the government has been working on making the leasing process more transparent and investor-friendly.
Exactly, and this is a key point to consider when planning your investment strategy. Let's move on to the types of properties you can invest in. Let's start with residential properties, always a popular choice. If you're looking for affordable housing, you'll find options on the outskirts of Addis Ababa. Small homes or apartments here can start as low as $30,000 to $50,000 USD. Want to move closer to the action? Mid-range housing in the city's urban neighborhoods will set you back between $50,000 and $150,000 USD. But for the high rollers out there, Ethiopia has its share of luxury properties too. Fancy a modern villa in Bole or a penthouse in the old airport area. Those can cost upwards of $200,000, and some properties even reach the $1 million mark. Residential real estate is a great entry point because the demand is so high, especially for rental properties. Whether you're investing to rent out or resell, there's a lot of potential here. Now, if you've got a bigger appetite for investment, let's talk commercial real estate. Ethiopia's business environment is growing, and so is the need for office spaces, retail stores, and warehouses. For example, a small shop space in a busy area might cost around $50,000, but if you're eyeing an office building or a retail complex in a prime location, you're looking at $500,000 or more. Here's the kicker. These properties tend to generate stable income streams, especially in bustling areas like Piazza or Bole. Ethiopia's urban growth is creating a golden opportunity for commercial real estate investors. If you're willing to play the long game, this could be a jackpot. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about land investment. Ethiopia's land system might seem a little complicated at first because, as I mentioned earlier, most land is leased from the government. But here's the thing. Those leases are long-term and renewable, making land a solid investment option. In Addis Ababa, land prices vary widely. Prime spots in the city center can cost $200 to $1,000 per square meter. If you're open to suburban or rural areas, you'll find prices drop significantly. Think $20 to $100 per square meter. Investing in land gives you flexibility. You can develop it into residential housing, build commercial spaces, or even use it for agriculture. The choice is yours. Let's say you decide to develop your own property. What's the cost of construction? Well, building a residential property in Ethiopia typically costs between $200 and $400 per square meter. But remember, this doesn't include extras like permits, labor, and infrastructure. Despite these costs, developing property can be incredibly lucrative because you're creating something that meets the high demand for modern housing and commercial spaces. Now, let's talk about the legal side of things. Ethiopia is known for being welcoming to foreign investors, but there are rules you need to follow. For example, as a foreigner, you can't own land outright, you lease it, and in many cases you'll need to partner with a local entity to navigate the regulations smoothly. It's also important to consider taxes and land lease fees. Working with a real estate lawyer or a local consultant can save you from potential headaches and ensure your investment complies with all the rules. So, how much do you actually need to get started? For a small-scale residential investment, you'll need at least $50,000 to $100,000. This can cover a small apartment or a plot of land. Looking to invest in commercial properties or large-scale development, you'll need a minimum of $500,000, and for bigger projects, the numbers climb into the millions. While these figures might seem high, Ethiopia's real estate market offers a lot of potential for returns thanks to its growing population and urban expansion. To recap, Ethiopia's real estate market is full of opportunities, from affordable housing to luxury properties, commercial buildings, and land. The minimum investment varies, from $50,000 for a small-scale residential property to millions for large-scale projects. But here's the golden rule. Do your homework, understand the local market, partner with experts, and plan for the long term. Real estate is not just about what you buy, but how well you navigate the system. That's it for today's episode. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on real estate and investment opportunities. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, happy investing.